In this video, I'll be describing the printing out of test patterns of both the top surfaces and the side surfaces of cylinders using my Automated Rose Ornamental Lathe. In a previous video, I described these plates which I designed for the printing of test patterns on the surfaces of objects using my ornamental lathe. This is an aluminum plate with magnets in the surface. I attach an index card to here on the surface of this plate, hold it in place with some magnets, then this gets attached to my rose ornamental lathe, and I can print out my rosette test patterns. This worked out quite nicely, and I print a lot of test patterns that I've created, and I use these routinely as a reference for projects that I'm making them in the future. However, I didn't have a good way to print out these test patterns on the sides of these cylinders. So I decided to print out some test patterns using some gum label paper. I have some gum label paper here I've been using for other projects. I have some 8.5 by 11 inch sheets and also some 11 by 17 inch sheets. And what I did is I cut out some strips from these sheets. These strips are 2 inches wide by 11 inches long. My plan is to attach these to my cylinder and print out the test patterns on my rose ornamental lathe. So I went and did this. I attached this paper tape to my cylinder, attached it to my rose engine, and then printed a pattern on here. And it worked quite well. It printed out quite smoothly and evenly, but the problem occurred when I went to remove the paper from the cylinder. It actually left residue on the surface. In addition, the paper was a little bit small. I ended up actually printing on the surface of the cylinder, so this requires some additional cleanup to sand off these additional ink marks and also paper residue. So I needed a better way to do this. I wanted a way that I could attach this paper strip to a cylinder that would print cleanly and nicely on the surface, but then I'd be able to be removed, that I could use this as a future reference for additional test patterns. So I decided to try printing out a cylinder using my 3D printer. This is printed out on my Bamboo 3D printer. I designed this in the Fusion 360 software. This cylinder is 2 inches wide, and its circumference is exactly 11 inches, which is the length of my paper strip. So when I put this paper strip on here, it fits perfectly. So there's no gap between the ends of the strip. So this is a nice size to print these strips, to print out these patterns. So I went ahead and I attached my paper strip to this. I went and printed out a pattern that worked quite well, printed nice and cleanly. And the biggest bonus was when I went to remove the paper strip from the cylinder, it came off cleanly, didn't leave any residue. So this seems to be a perfect solution. It not only stuck on here well enough that it printed cleanly and didn't come loose during the printing process, but when I went to remove the strip, it came off nice and cleanly. It left no residue or gum residue on the cylinder. In the remainder of this video, I'll be describing how I designed this disc using the Fusion 360 software, printed it out using my Bamboo 3D printer, and I'll be doing some test patterns using my rose ornamental lathe. I'm using the Fusion 360 software to design the side printing cylinder for the printing of the test patterns. This is a quick and easy design using the Fusion 360 software. I first of all generated a sketch with 3 concentric circles. The outer circle needs to be exactly 11 inches in circumference, the length of the gum paper strips. So I calculated the diameter of this outer ring by just dividing 11 inches by pi, or by 3.1417 inches, which gave me a diameter of 3.5013. The second inner circle is 2 inches in diameter. The diameter of the shaft of my rose engine is 0.75 inches in diameter, so I'm making this inner circle 0.755 inches in diameter to give me a small amount of clearance between the shaft of the rose engine and this cylinder. To create the shape of the cylinder, I first of all selected all 3 of the circles and then extruded these objects downwards by 2 inches. I next selected just the inner circle and extruded this ring upwards by 2 inches. This completed the overall shape of the side printing cylinder. However, I also wanted to include 2 set screws on both sides of the hub in order to securely attach the hub to the rose engine shaft. So I first created a sketch and generated a point in the center of the hub to mark the center location for the set screws. I then used the hole command to generate a 1/4 inch by 20 thread per inch thread pattern on the side of the hub. I then repeated this whole command to create a second thread pattern on the opposite side of the hub. This completed design of this side printing cylinder for printing the test patterns. One of the nice features of Fusion 360 is that it can automatically generate the STL file that will be used by the 3D printer in order to print out the cylinder. I selected the 3D print function from the Fusion 360 drop-down. I then selected the object to be saved, gave this file a name, and then saved it to my hard drive. I next opened up the Bamboo 3D printer program and then downloaded the file that I had just created. I know from experience that the objects printed with the 3D printer using a PLA plastic material tend to shrink a very small amount. Therefore, I resized the object by 0.5%. This enlargement ensures that the printed object will be perfect in size. I then sliced the object to generate the code which is needed to print the object, and then I proceeded to print this project using my 3D printer. Here is a completed cylinder ready for printing patterns on its side surface on the Rose engine. After the 3D printing was completed, a 1/4 inch by 20 thread per inch tap was used to clean the threads on the hub, and then two 3/8 inch long set screws were screwed into these threaded holes. It is then mounted onto the spindle on the Rose engine and then locked in place using the two set screws on its hub. I then take one of the 2-inch wide by 11 inch long gum paper label strips described previously, remove the protective backing, and then this label is attached to the cylinder's side, aligning the edge of the paper label with the side of the cylinder and smoothly attaching it to the cylinder, being careful to smoothly attach it with no bubbles or wrinkles in the paper surface. Since the circumference of the cylinder is exactly 11 inches, the paper label fits perfectly with the ends of the paper label meeting together with no gap. I'm now ready to print out my first pattern on the sides of this cylinder. For this first example, I'm printing out a sine wave pattern from a program that I recently developed to print out the sine wave patterns on the sides of cylinders. This is similar to printing out of a sine wave patterns on the face of projects using a rosette. However, for printing on the side surfaces, I'm not using a rosette to create the sine wave pattern. The pattern is created via software programming. I designed the software to print multiple copies of the sine wave pattern at successive distances along the face of the cylinder, and with the option of phasing or not phasing each successive pattern layer. In addition, the operator has the option of printing a number of different sine wave patterns per revolution, and also selecting any amplitude of the sine waves. This was a challenging program to create and took me almost a week to complete. Also shown here is a new spring-loaded pen that I just developed for printing on the sides and faces of cylinders on the Rose engine. This pen is a major improvement over the pen systems that I've previously been using. I will be describing this new spring-loaded pen in my next video. In order to reduce your viewing time, I have increased the speed of printing out of this pattern. I have also edited it to shorten its length. For this program, I'm creating a sine wave pattern with 80 sine waves per revolution of the cylinder. The amplitude of the sine waves was set to 0.200 inches, and I'm phasing each successive layer by 1/2 of a sine wave. Note that each successive pattern layer just touches the previous layer. The printed pattern is now complete, and I'm ready to remove the printed pattern from the cylinder. I rotate the cylinder until I see the ends of the paper label. I then peel off the paper label from the cylinder. It comes off cleanly, leaving no residue on the cylinder surface. And here's the completed pattern that was printed on the cylinder. For this second example, I'm printing out a crosshatch pattern using a program I created several months ago. I start off by scribing a straight line at the top and bottom edges of the pattern. These two lines are 1 inch apart. I then proceed to print out the crosshatch pattern between these two lines. This is a popular design that I've used for several of my previous projects. This program again is quite versatile since I can change the number of lines per revolution, the angle of the lines, and the overall width of the patterns. And once again, I'm showing the printing of this program at 20 times the actual printing speed to reduce your viewing time. I'm also using a new spring-loaded pen that I recently developed for printing on the sides and faces of cylinders. I've used several other designs over the past few months with sporadic results. This new spring-loaded pen keeps the pen tip constantly on the surface of the paper with a constant pressure of the pen on the paper surface. It's a definite keeper. I'll be describing this new design in my next video. I once again rotated the cylinder to expose the ends of the paper label and then peel the paper label off the surface of the cylinder. Again, it comes off cleanly, leaving no residue on the surface of the cylinder. And here's the resulting pattern that was printed on this cylinder. This concludes this video on the design of this side printing cylinder for the printing of patterns on the sides of cylinders on the Rose engine. The cylinder was designed using the Fusion 360 software and then printed out using PLA plastic on a 3D printer. Gum paper labels are attached to the cylinder for the printing of the various design patterns. The patterns printed out accurately on the paper. After printing the patterns on the gum paper labels, they are easily removed from the surface of the PLA cylinder, leaving no residue of the paper, label, or adhesive on the cylinder. I plan on using this system frequently in the future for testing out of my design patterns. Once again, thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the description below or send me an email. And thank you.